Dr. R Ashok Kumar. I was a student of All Saints High School. I was a student of Nuisance College. Presently it is known as New Bhavan's Nuisance College. I was a student of Nizam College. My graduation has been done with the psychology, philosophy and English literature, and my second language was French. I did my MA English and MA Philosophy through correspondence. And moreover, my lecture is based on 1,000 books I have gone through. I should have easily gone through more than 1,000 books. My speed of reading is, in 1 minute more or less, I read one page. Now, I run also a magazine by the name The Wealth of India. I launched about 140 issues. Now, I would like to start the main subject. Anyhow, this lecture is based on the 1,000 books I have gone through. I have gone through Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Quran, Old Testament and New Testament, Dhammapada, scriptured by Buddha. So I have gone through quite a number of important spiritual scriptures also. And my lecture is non-biased to all the people, irrespective of the religions. Everyone will appreciate. Now, let us bring 50 newborn babies from a village to this place. Now, 15 newborn babies are brought here. 25 of them, they are from the remote village. I want to be more specific. They are from a very remote village. And they are here, the newborn babies, 50 are here. And 25, mind, I want to mention one more thing. Mind exactly works like a CD and computer. Now, these 25 newborn babies, village born babies, they are sent to America. 25 of them are sent to the village from which they have been brought. Now 20 years is over. Now those who have been those who have been brought up in America, they are brought here. All the village babies who have been brought up for 20 years. Now those who are brought up in that village, they are also brought here. When they have been the same babies, 50 babies who have been here earlier, and we have identified this as 50 babies specifically. 25 babies who have been fed in America, who have been brought up in America, they have a different accent, their tastes are different, their likes and dislikes are different. So in all the respects, they are totally different. And they are very fast in their movements also. Those who are brought up in the remote village, the way the environment influences them, they are influenced by the environment. They are not as fast as those who have been brought up in America. According to the environment in which they are brought up, they tend to behave in those patterns. So I would like to conclude that mind exactly works like a CD and a computer. Moreover, any newborn baby who is born in the lowest place, if he is brought up in the highest, best place, certainly he is likely to pick up lot of things. And now, I want to say something about the subconscious mind and conscious mind. So, conscious mind is what I am speaking, is conscious mind. Subconscious mind is whatever has been registered in me, that is in the subconscious mind. The memory bank, whatever has been stored in me till 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes before, that is in the memory bank, that is subconscious mind. So whatever you impress upon the subconscious mind, that idea gets registered in the subconscious mind. So now I would like to say more about the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind, what is subconscious mind? Subconscious mind works around the clock. Subconscious mind works around the clock. Subconscious mind works 24 hours a day. And so I would like to make it more clear also. Suppose if we are in deep sleep, somebody knocks the door. So the conscious mind is at sleep, the subconscious mind is in the awakened state. The subconscious mind hears listens, hears or listens to the knocking of the door, and we go and open the door. When we are in deep sleep, when there is a telephone ring, conscious mind is at sleep. Subconscious mind is in the awakened state. Subconscious mind says that there is a telephone ring. So, by the command of the subconscious mind that there is a telephone ring, you go and pick the telephone. So, this subconscious mind works in your favor, and it works around the clock in your favor. The subconscious mind works from birth to death. All 24 hours it keeps functioning in your favor. That is subconscious mind. Now I want to tell something how to make use of the subconscious mind. This is a very important point. And suppose, assume that you have train at 6 o'clock in the morning. You suggest your mind that I have train at 6 o'clock, wake me up at 4 o'clock. I have train at 6 o'clock, wake me up at 4 o'clock. I have train at 6 o'clock, wake me up at 4 o'clock. 100% the mind will wake you up at 4 o'clock itself. When I was delivering a lecture in anti-corruption, when I was giving a rehearsal lecture to the Anti-Corruption Bureau Director Prasad Rao sir, when he heard this particular point, he said about the associations and affirmations, wake me up at 6 o'clock, wake me up at 4 o'clock, the train is at 6 o'clock, wake me up at 4 o'clock, the train is 6 o'clock. Mr. Prasad Rao, Dr. Prasad Rao, ACB, former ACB director, he said, what 4 o'clock? The mind will start waking you up from 2 o'clock itself. So in fact, when you register a responsible thought in you, so the mind keeps brooding over that. So this is one aspect of it, okay? And the way you want to change, this is more important now. The way you want to change, you can change with auto-suggestions and affirmations. So suggesting, suppose you have, I always tell in my lectures to maintain a pocket notebook. So you can just see your mistakes in the pocket notebook. You can write your weaknesses and you can just correct them actually. So more than all that, I would like to say a few more things. Whatever weaknesses you have, suppose you don't have the habit of time management. You just suggest your mind, I will maintain strictly time management. I will maintain time management strictly. I will maintain time management strictly. You tell that. So the mind will, once it is registered in subconscious mind, your mind becomes conscious of concentrating on the time management. And whatever weaknesses you have the weakness of not keeping your reading room clean. Tell your mind, I want to keep my reading room clean. I want to keep my reading room clean. If you don't have the habit of wearing a clean dress, tell your mind, I want to wear a clean dress. I want to wear a clean dress. So whatever weakness, you have the habit of getting up at 7 o'clock and you want to get up at 4 or 5, you want to get up at 5 o'clock, tell your mind, I want to get up at 5 o'clock. I want to, once the mind motivates you, you must put that into use. Once the mind is very important, once the mind motivates you, you must put that into use. I'd like to give another example from one of the books I have read. A sculpture, a person who sculptured stone, he imagines the picture, what picture he has to carve, he imagines before he starts chiseling the stone, he imagines the picture and he starts chiseling it. Assume that you want to chisel the image of Mahatma Gandhi. So first he will imagine himself, the sculpture will imagine that what he has to do it. And whatever picture, here I have given Mahatma Gandhi as an example, but it can be Hippocrates or whatever it is, it's an example here. So we should also, what we want to become in life, we should also imagine, we should imagine that picture in our mind. Assume that you want to become a pilot. So you should imagine yourself that you are piloting the plane. Suppose you want to, whatever, you want to become a doctor. Imagine yourself that you are in the doctor's uniform and you are doing the operation. So whatever you wish to become, you should imagine that. And one most important thing is what you think that comes as a reality in life. If you think of poverty, your poverty is going to embrace you. If you think of riches, riches will embrace you. So if you are constantly thinking of poverty, you won't get riches at all. You won't get money in abundance at all. So if you want money in abundance, it is a must for you to think money in abundance. And you should have a rich imagination also. Each rich imagination also plays an important role. Whether you are in process of time, in course of time, though initially it is an imagination, your mind will start showing you the way within yourself. When you start browsing, when you start thinking more and more about abundance, it takes you into the directions of the abundance. Abundance is richness, okay? This is in Dr. Murphy's book. A waiter becomes a famous singer in America. So he was working as a waiter and he had the shyness to face the stage. So he asked one of the clients that what he should do. He is capable of singing on the stage and he can sing better than those who are on the stage but is unable to sing. The client who has read lots of books on subconscious mind, he says that what you want to become, you imagine that. What you want to become, you imagine that. What you want to become, you imagine that. So this man wanted to become a singer, so he imagines 100 people are sitting before him and he is singing before them. 2 or 500 people are sitting before him, he is singing before them. 1,000 people are sitting before him, he is singing before them. So continuously he imagines in his own mind 100 are there, 200 are there, 500 are there, 1,000 are there, 2,000 are there. So ultimately when he does rehearsals within his own imagination, his mind gets strengthened, his confidence level also raises and he starts delivering rehearsal lectures before his own friends, before 10, 20, 50 people like that. Ultimately when there was an advertisement, conditioning is intensified habit is conditioning. So when you want to change, at any point of time in your life, the mind doesn't get old, only it is the body which gets old. All the greatest authors say, at any point of time you can change. Even in 40s you can change in 50s, 60s, 70s, at any point of, there are a lot of people who have achieved after 65, 75, 80 also. Socrates learned music at the age of 80 years. So what I am trying to conclude here is, now I am coming to the central point of conditioning is this intensified habit. Whatever you want to become, just write down from 5 o'clock onwards, 4 o'clock onwards or 6 o'clock onwards, from the time you get up till you go to the sleep, how you should program your life. And in accordance with that, your schedule, fix up the schedule and fix up the schedule and as far as possible work according to the schedule. And when you work according to the schedule, after making the schedule, work according to the schedule, if you practice this over a period of 6 months, you will get habituated to it. Assume like this, you are having a habit of getting up at 8 o'clock. You have practiced by organization and getting up at 5 o'clock. After practicing for 2 months or 3 months, automatically you will get up at 5 o'clock. So whatever weaknesses you have, you write down and you just, whatever style of life you want to lead, you just make your schedules and follow your schedules actually. That is conditioning. Intensified habit. Conditioning is nothing. Intensified habit. Over a period of time, you will keep doing things automatically. That is conditioning. Self-talk is another potential subject. Self-talk. Whenever we become idle, where the self-talk is always negative. In most of the human species, the self-talk is whenever you get idle, the self-talk is negative only actually. So as and when you get the negative self-talk, just reverse it actually. You may say that it's not possible to reverse it. I will give a clue for that, wonderful clue for that. So you can apply it from today onwards actually. Just take long breathe in, long breathe out, long natural breathing, long natural breathe out. Take this for 3 minutes, and when more oxygen is supplied to the brain becomes refreshed. So once brain becomes refreshed, you can change your self-talk. This is one of the methods which you can easily adopt actually. So many negative emotions in the mind. Mind is a mental jungle, and the emotions are like wild animals, like jealousy. Jealousy is also an emotion. Anger is an emotion. Fear is an emotion. Worry is an emotion. All these are negative emotions. I would like to say that these are all negative emotions actually. So if these are all one day, you can attribute them to the wild animals in the mind, the mental jungle.